Good morning from Singapore from my balcony. Top of the day, cup of coffee. I'm taking the risk of doing this out here because there's always some ambient noise. Today, I love the topic of, I love the woo-woo and the magic and the ancient Jedi mind trick, right? I love that whole thing of, and today it's going to be the words that we speak, right? This is something you have control of, and if you realize it and you think about it this way, there's a way for you to actually influence the way a person feels in an instant, just like a trick, just like hypnotism, but it's not, and just like magic, and I guess it is kind of magic. But I believe that our words are like spells, right? They really are. They're incantations, and what you say is the next step to becoming something. So the more you speak strong, can-do types of words, the more that not just the way you feel, but the way people regard you, you become a can-do guy. They're gonna vote for you to run for office, whatever that is. They're gonna promote you when you speak. If you just keep speaking words of leadership, well then naturally everyone goes, he's a leader. And so you're altering them. But let's simplify that. Let's step back to what are some of the top ways of doing the ancient Jedi mind trick. The first is this. I posted a post on Facebook. Interesting conversation thread came up, and that was this: compliments. And someone was going on about, man, I get a compliment at work, and it's just, at first I was like, what? Because they weren't accustomed to it, and we don't tend to talk to ourselves that way. So, but then they were like, it just made me want to work hard, and I love that manager because they compliment me, and they always say nice, encouraging things to me. There it is, right? You say one compliment, and pretty much in an instant, you have altered the way that they feel, and the way that they walk, and the way that they perform, and they stand a little bit taller. Ancient Jedi mind trick. I hope that's the right phrase. Is it ancient Jedi mind trick? Anyway, so compliments, really, really cool. Another one that's just really kind of powerful is just a look and a smile. You don't have to say anything. Remember the compliment? What? No money, very little time, success. The look and the smile. You can try this, like with people that you know, or in your family, or strangers even. When you get a chance, just steal that glance. Make sure most people aren't looking at you. You'll be amazed at how many people are either looking at their phones, or they're looking at the sidewalk, or they're looking off to the side. A lot of people aren't looking eye to eye much, but it does happen, and when it does, this is one out of a pretty big number, but when you catch somebody eye to eye and you throw a smile, just a greeting of respect, and then when they smile back, wow, this is like a spark, man. It doesn't just make them feel better, and I don't know if it makes them feel better, but I'm pretty sure it does, because it makes me feel better. I'm like, dang, I love nice people. Someone who has the confidence, the whatever they have, that they can look at me and just smile back. Total strangers, love it. Do it with your child. Do it with somebody that you work with. Just look at them, smile. You don't have to say anything. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking you to do something for me. It's just recognition. I'm giving you that respect. Have a nice day. Instantly makes people feel better. Another one that's just an interesting trick, takes a little bit more time, and that is not just the greeting of how are you, like when you're tabbing out your bill at a restaurant, but that how are you, just to look at them, kind of smile. But with your friends, it's also then just to shut up and listen. People love and need to be heard. They love to be listened to. And so this takes more time, so you can't just throw it out there. But at the same time, it is a pretty powerful trick that you can actually manipulate. You have control over this to give them that. So that's that. And one last one I just want to throw out there for a really quick and easy way for you to alter their state of being, the way that they feel, and thereby everything else, is this. It's a leadership and management skill, which we all are. We're all in sales, right? You, as a parent, as a spouse, as an employee, as an employer, as a leader, whatever it is, as an entrepreneur, you're a leader, and you have your points to make. So this is one. It's kind of this stoic idea of coming into any situation and as the leader, but never in a state of panic, never in a state of like, oh my gosh, grabbing people, come help. But it's different. It's coming into any situation and going, let's see, I would like you to be on my team. It's like just like a kid, man, when you're playing dodgeball and like you have to pick your teams. And that spirit of being included, to look at a situation and say, come on, let's go do this. We got this. This is easy. This is simple. This is fun. Let's go do this. That being included. Everybody loves to be picked by the leader. Everybody likes to be included on the team. And even if it's not to an individual, to a group, just to come on and say, man, this is the best group to do this. I love this. There's nobody I'd rather do this with. Right? It has just a very quick way of like expressing confidence in you, and that feels good. These are all in the category of give. You're giving respect, you're giving your attention, and in the minute you give that to them, obviously they're in a positive plus state. They've received it. There is the other side, which is the dark side of giving, of this mind trick, right? It can be used both ways, and it's worth addressing because we all do it, and this is the one you want to watch out for, because it's heinous and it's wrong, and we don't want to do that. It's easiest to do with our children and our spouse and our families, because these are the people you have the most time with. So these ugly sides of ourselves, trying to validate ourselves and protect our ego and all that, we're gonna snap and bite at people. But one of the most damaging things that we do is when we speak words and we criticize, right? Because it's not that you're gonna change the way they think about you so much, but your words change the way they think about themselves. And that's terrifying, because that lives with a person for years and years and years. It's kind of unfair, because the negative things stick much longer than the positive ones. And the negative side is so much easier to do, and I think that's why it gets done a lot more. But in mass, the positive is the only alternative. So watch words of criticism. Bite your tongue. Count to 10. Think. During that 10 seconds, just think. Is this really worth it? Do I give up on this? Like, really? Does it really matter? When 10 years from now, are we going to look back and go, that was a critical moment? Or are we going to go, I don't really need to bite the head off. I don't need to abuse them. And it is abuse. Make no mistake about it. When you're lowering somebody else so that you can elevate yourself, that's abuse, folks. And if you want to challenge me on that, that's a great conversation. Would love to get into that with you. So watch criticism. Another one is just completely devastating to people is silence, ignoring people, not recognizing them. So when they come and you don't even recognize, when you could have said a compliment, the opposite is to not even recognize. It just shows that you don't care, and in a subtle way, that deflates people, and you don't want to go there. And those are the big ones. I think that there's some more subtle ones that are super powerful, and I feel strong, like cowardice. Being a coward, not speaking up when you should, to be a hero. Then the people that you could have saved are like, oh man, that person doesn't care, and they're still left in a state of hopelessness. So be strong, be good. Remember the power of your words. Compliments, right? This eye and smile, super easy, super simple. Listening, including people. You can alter the way people feel in a really short amount of time at no cost. Do it because it is win-win. It's not a zero-sum game. It's a fire. You give one, somehow you've got 3 in your hand now. All the best. Be strong. Make a difference.